Hi Pelham High, my name's Patty, but a lot of you here know me as Mrs. Morin because I was your freshman English teacher. But I'm here today to share with you some lessons I've learned that don't have anything to do with English, math, science, social studies. I'm here today to share with you what I've learned about the magic of kindness. On December 21st, 2011, so a little over 5 years ago, I was here at the high school. It was right before D Block. I was talking with Mrs. Provencher in the hallway when one of the hall monitors called out, "Mrs. Morin, you need to go to the main office." I had no idea what was going on. Actually, I thought I was in trouble. So I went down to the office, and soon after my husband appeared. By the look on his face, I knew something was terribly wrong. That's when I found out that my youngest daughter, Ellie, had passed away. She was 20 years old. I'm actually wearing her shirt. You can't see, but her sneakers right now. Well, I left the school with my husband, and my car remained here in the parking lot. When I came to pick it up, I don't know if it was a few days later, a few weeks, my memory of that time is pretty fuzzy. But when I came to get my car, my college writing kids had left a bunch of stuff in the car for me. There were a few gifts. One was a book, there was some food. There were some other things I don't remember, but they made this card for me. Let me blink this out so you can. They made this card for me, and each of them wrote a personal note to me. They also left this Build-A-Bear teddy bear named Maury. We had been reading the book Tuesdays with Maury at the time. And I've got to tell you, that kindness went right to my core. It was kindnesses like that that carried me and kept me from crashing those first few weeks. If it weren't for the kindness of family, friends, neighbors, students, and colleagues, those very dark days would have been much darker. Since then, I've been on a mission to give some kindness back and to spread the word that kindness is good for your soul. You know, life is hard. It's amazingly beautiful and amazingly wonderful, but it's hard. Maybe you have to get up early in the morning and shovel your driveway. It's bitterly cold out, but you have to do it before school. Or maybe you have to stay up late at night. You're exhausted, but your basketball practice ran over, and you've got schoolwork to do. Maybe you have a relative who's sick, or a beloved pet has passed away. These things are really hard. What if you live with a parent who's an alcoholic, or your family is undergoing financial stress? What if you suffer from debilitating anxiety? These things are really hard. Plato tells us, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle. I've had plenty of my own battles and enough heartache to believe Plato's words to be true. You know, we share this common humanity. All of us have felt uncertainty and fear, loneliness, despair. I know we've all felt heartache. So for these reasons, I believe we all deserve kindness. So that's my message. Be kind. What if every day being kind to others was a main goal? What if every day we set out to remind the world what kind of goodness and love there is out there? You know, life's a whole lot easier when we're there for one another. So I want to share with you a few of the things that I've learned about kindness. The first is that being kind makes you feel good. You know, when you do something for someone else, it makes you feel good. And actually, research has proven that people who are generous and volunteer live longer, have lower blood pressure, get sick less often. So the next time you're feeling bad, go out there and do something for someone else and see if it makes you feel any better. The next thing is that no act of kindness is too small. Sometimes a simple smile can turn someone's day around. Now, I know there are some pretty big problems out there in the world today, and it can be easy to say, why bother? But I say, we must bother. Who else is going to if we don't do it? And I think it's pretty cool that we can create change. By doing an act of kindness, it impacts you, the person receiving, anybody else witnessing, and then this crazy ripple effect takes place, and that kindness can travel on and on. Something else I've learned is that kindness is a habit. And once you kind of have your mind in that mindset, it's like magic. Opportunities to be kind appear everywhere. Maybe smiling at a stranger, maybe looking the cashier in the eye and saying thank you with sincerity, or returning a shopping cart, or talking to the lonely kid in the hallway. Opportunities are endless. Last week, I was in the Back Bay, I live in Boston, so I was in the Back Bay on Boylston Street running some errands. I had a few Panera gift cards tucked in my pocket. There was a homeless man with his cup out. I approached him and I said, I have a Panera gift card with $10 on it. Would you like it? He looked at me and said, really? And I said, yeah, this one will expire by the end of the month, so you'll need to use it by then. And he said, oh, don't worry about that. That won't be a problem. It'll buy me 2 meals and I'm gonna use it right away. Then he looked me in the eyes and he said, thank you very much, with such sincerity. You know, honestly, he nearly broke my heart. Now, I don't know why he's homeless. I know he has a story. I know when he was a boy, one of his goals and dreams was not to live on the streets. Talk about a hard life. That's a hard life. He has a story. We all do. We're all more than we seem. I want to tell you a little bit about Ellie's story. Ellie accidentally overdosed. And I know it's easy to make a quick judgment, to think she had no self-control, maybe no discipline. But you know, the truth is you don't know her story. You don't know about her deep kindness and sensitivity. You don't know about her mental illness. You don't know how brave she was, or how desperately she was trying to be okay. Now, I'm not saying that people were unkind to Ellie, and I'm not saying that kindness could have saved her, but maybe. But what I am saying is that life is a whole lot easier when we're there for one another. And I know I want to be there for others the way they were there for me in my darkest hours. I'm going to be a light that shines goodness and gentleness. And so when I encounter people, I can make them feel a little happier and a little less afraid. You know, we're all that light. And I hope you'll join me in my crusade to change the world. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about something called Project Ellie. Some of you have heard of it at the school, I know. So on December 21st, 2013, that was 2 years after Ellie passed, my husband, my son Matt, my daughter Katie, and I were sitting around feeling sad and not knowing what to do with ourselves. My son came up with an idea. He said, how about next year we roam the streets of Boston and give gift bags to homeless people? So that's what we did. And I can tell you, we were a whole lot happier on December 21st, 2014. And so since then, we've done that every year, and Project Ellie has grown. Other people have become involved, and I want to tell you, I'm pretty proud of this. This year we've raised $1,961, another $1,125 in gift cards. We've collected 99 hats, 69 pairs of gloves, 23 scarves, and 580 pair of socks. Many of them came from Miss Symmetris and the Psychology Club, and I'm forever grateful to them for that. And so now what doesn't go in gift bags, we donate to the Pine Street Inn, which is Boston's largest homeless shelter. Each day they serve over 1,600 people, and they are such a quality organization that does incredible work. I've been volunteering there for over a year. Now, I have something else I want to share with you. Next week is Random Act of Kindness Week, and it's sponsored by another amazing quality organization called Random Acts of Kindness. One of their main mottos is kindness starts with one. Kindness starts with one act. Kindness starts with one person. So they're sponsoring it, and it's a national event. I encourage you to go to randomactsofkindness.org and check out all the great work they do. Some of you here at the high school may even want to start a Random Act of Kindness club. Now, next week you're going to have some opportunities to get involved during Random Act of Kindness Week. Your advisor during Snake Break is going to give you some more information on that. I'm going to provide you with a list, great ideas for Random Acts of Kindness, and I've got a bunch of stuff. It's actually 3 pages long. I also have a paper that's going to provide some information on some charitable contributing if you're interested in doing that. So, I'm really hoping you're going to want to get involved next week in Random Act of Kindness Week. Thank you so much for listening to me, Pelham High, and thank you so much for being amazing.